Hey guys, today's video is going to be on solidness of contact. How do we get the handle forward like you see all the good players do? What are the different ways to do it, how you should not do it, and then I'll give you some different ways to practice where you could do this on your own, get the handle more forward, hit the ball more solid. Hey guys, so we're going to talk about solidness of contact here today. Every single good ball striker that I've ever seen at impact has the shaft of the club and the handle leaning slightly towards the target, okay? Every single one of them, slightly towards the target. If your shaft and handle are straight up and down at impact like this, your contact is going to suffer. You're going to have too much dynamic loft. You're going to hit the ball too high and short relative to normal, and probably not hit the ball in the middle of the face. Certainly, you're not going to compress it, and it's not going to feel very good. If the club or the shaft is behind at impact, which a lot of you are, in an effort to square the club face, again, too much dynamic loft, not hitting it solid, not hitting as far as you should. Where the shaft needs to be is more forward. It needs to be leaning towards the target. Now, you all know this already. This isn't groundbreaking. The question is, why don't a lot of you do it? And then how do you fix it? So at impact, a really good player, typically, the hands will be somewhere in line with the left thigh, maybe over the left knee, the left shoe. It'll certainly be forward of the middle of the body. So how do we do this? There's two main ways that you get the handle forward. One is what we'll call through your body, and one is with your arms and hands. Let's do the body part first. All else equal, during my downswing, the more body rotation I have, or we'll just say the more my body's turned towards my target, the more that my handle is going to go forward, right? If I were to just hold a club in front of me and I did nothing else but turn my body, nothing with my arms and hands, the club works in which direction? Towards the target, right? My butt of the club and shaft aren't working away from the target as I'm rotating. If I did nothing, they would work towards the target. Okay, does that make sense? The more I rotate, the more the handle here, the more I rotate my body open and do nothing else. If I just held on to the club very lightly, took a normal setup, and I just turned my body, the handle would go forward by itself, right? Just with my body rotation. So more body rotation, more handle forward automatically. Watch other sports. Watch a baseball player when they make a swing up from the top and their handle's way forward. That's through body turn, right? So any athletic motion, body rotation makes the handle go forward. Okay. Some of you are going to rotate great and you already have it. Some of you are never going to rotate great. Some of you are going to be in between it. So the reality is, for those of you who aren't going to have a tour level body rotation, there's another way to get the handle forward, which some think are manufactured and put in, and it is manufactured and put in, because if you can't get it naturally through body rotation, you have to do it some other way, right? Not every single person watching this video is going to get 45 degrees open with their hips or 30-some degrees open with your chest. It's not going to happen. A lot of you guys who sit all day at work and golf once a week, you're not going to turn like someone on TV who has a physio at every tournament, who has the best trainers in the world, who's a freak athlete. So let's say you can't get the handle forward through rotation. Then what are the options? Not hit it good or do it differently? Let's do it differently. I can do it through my arms and hands, okay? What would I need to do with my arms and hands to get the butt of the club forward? If I took my left hand and just put a neutral grip on the club, and I didn't use my body at all, just my arms and hands, how would I get the handle forward? If I push this way, that gets the handle forward, yes? What's happening there? My hand and my arm are working away from my body towards the target, and my left wrist is going from flat to bowed. So if I take my left hand and I bend it back this way and put a club in there, now my handle's forward. My right hand at impact. If I wanted to get the handle forward, what would it look like? My right hand would go towards the target and my right wrist would be bent. Handle forward, left wrist, top of my left wrist towards the target, this way. Wrist bent back, bowed. Can you put that in during your downswing? Yes. Is that you artificially manufacturing it? Yes. Can you play good golf with that artificially manufactured left wrist? Yes. Same thing with my right wrist. Right hand goes towards the target, right wrist is bowed. Maintaining bend in my right wrist. Is that artificial? Yes. Can you do that and play good golf? Yes, I'm so sick of that's a short-term fix. No, it's not. You can use your hands and do these things and hit the ball really, really well. And if you can't rotate, what other choice do you have? You have no other choice. So hands more forward, right wrist more bent will do it. Left wrist more bowed will do it. That's it. Keeping a hinge and holding a hinge won't do it. More flex here, more bow, more bend in my right wrist. That's how my hands would work to get the shaft forward. And obviously we're adding in some rotation. Body rotation is option 1 through the body. Hands are option 2. You can manufacture it. You can practice that way. You can hit balls and feel like you never let go of the bend in your right wrist, and that's not incorrect if you have too much of this going on, okay? That may not be what the best players are doing, but you're not doing what the best players are doing. You're not turning like them. You don't swing as fast as them. It's a completely different ball game. You can manufacture wrist angles. You probably need to manufacture wrist angles. Body rotation, arms and hands, that's how you get the club forward. That's how you hit the ball more solid.